welcome to No Enemies Here, the show where you work 8 days a week. Yeah. I don't have any time off starting Tuesday or Monday. I forget. I work 8 days straight now. At first I didn't have any work, and now I work 8 days straight. So it seems I booked some painting time with a friend a while ago. Must have been in a drunken stupor. And I told him, yeah, I got 2 days off, you know, you could count on me, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, my back is killing me because I was rolling on the ceiling. Oh. And plus, man, if you're ever going to paint for somebody else, make sure that when you're buying the paint, that first of all, they don't charge you $75 a gallon, because that's a ripoff. That you look at the paint before you go home. So they're gonna open the can for you. You look at the paint. You make sure that that's the paint you want. And if it's lumpy, send it back. I don't want it. He'll do another one, or she'll do another mix. And if that paint is lumpy, you don't want it. Get lost. Go somewhere else. And that's it. You don't want lumpy paint. I just felt like ranting. Oh my God. Here's a story of what happened at the old folks home that I was working at. You know, we have textured food, right? And basically it's liquefied and or ground. Okay, because some people can't have even ground food because they can't swallow. It's a sad reality, but that's what it is. But sometimes I got used to the food, you know, but I couldn't get used to this, man. Liquefied ham. I gagged a few times, like, sincerely. Liquefied ham. Look, you can liquefy a steak, I don't care, this and that. But for some reason, ham. Liquefied ham. Anyways, poor people. Okay? If I ever get that way, shoot me in the face. Well, what do we have today? We got Ricardo's in today. Wojennik is starting on a roll. That's good. And there's a new B-17 Queen of the Skies. Not Queen of the Skies, but a new B-17 game. Check it out. It's on Amazon, but American Amazon, so Amazon.com. I can't get it here for some reason. And it's a solitaire game, obviously, in the same vein as Worthington Publishing's Waterloo and or Bismarck. It's happening, man. I said it was a good thing. And I said this is going to take off. It's taken off! Excuse the pun, because we're talking about B-17. But it's taken off. I'm telling you. Grant had a wicked idea. It's over. Great solitaire game. What I mean by great solitaire games, I'm talking about, it's a good thing this is happening, man. You know, it's okay. It could be an easy game, and some games, I'm sure someone's gonna develop something a little bit difficult. I was talking to Carl Parazzini. I said, "Come on, man, get on the boat. This is what's happening." Basically, he told me to F off because he does, one, he's not into solitaire games, and two, F off, right? Whatever. Carl, gotta love him. So that's good for that, man. And there's a new Decision Games Midway Solitaire, and it's popping up now. You're gonna see it in some reviews that I'm gonna post up there. People doing it, especially Bare Bones Wargaming. He's doing that, and we got a few new channels. Some, I forget who. My God, they said, and it's nice of them, you know. My supporters send me links and say, check this guy out, check that guy out, but I forget who sends it to me. And once I'm on like this, I can't check it out because my computer it's gonna flake. That's what's gonna happen. Anyways, also, 6 Actual, thank God I remember. The reviewer, 6 Actual, will be reviewing Mark Herman's War in the Pacific, the old VG game that he just redid for GMT, if it's that. So that's the reviewer, 6 Actual. He told me he's gonna put it up. Might not be up this week, but it's gonna be happening, and he was excited about showing off his wares. You know, what he's gonna do about what he's gonna be filming. And this is a huge game, man. Anyways, you know what? I might have Mark Herman on. I might interview him and talk about that. But I'm gonna have to chomp or I'm gonna have to research, because I don't know much about Mark Herman's game. So I want to ask some pertinent questions. And the thing is that Ardwulf would probably be a better interviewer in terms of questions, of what to ask, significant questions, and also questions that are pertinent to the game. I'd probably say, "Hey Mark, what's up, man? What kind of whiskey you been drinking?" Whatever. And anyways, it's what it is. What else is going on? A lot of stuff is going on GMT. A lot of stuff is coming out, man. Even Grant on Worthington Publishing, a lot of stuff is coming out. Almost too much stuff. I can't keep up, man. So, anyways, let's get on with this show. I can't believe I'm still awake and doing this. Hey, man, thanks for watching. It's a lot of fun. I'm having fun doing it, even though I'm working 8 days. Look at me, I'm all bright eyes and bushy-tailed. And once I get over doing this, I'm gonna go have a pipe. I'm gonna relax, open up like a Japanese beer, you know, for 25 bucks or 27 bucks for 12 beers. Yeah. Don't get me talking about the price of tobacco here, okay? Just don't. Anyways, I want to keep focused. So, look, man, the Decision Game, Midway, by Joseph Miranda. I like Joseph Miranda. I like his games, man, like Struggle for the Galactic Empire. I like it. Yeah, you get into it, it's all Isaac Asimov, like, and it's a lot of fun, you know, it's a different feel than a John Butterfield type of feel, because John Butterfield is more like rah, and, what was his name? Joseph Miranda, yeah, he's more like spacey. Know what I'm saying? Sometimes spacey's cool, you know? I look like Pan's Labyrinth, but anyways. Yeah, I must be high on adrenaline or something. Have a great show, have a great weekend. Stop being miserable, life is good. Even though we're gonna die one day, life is good.
Hello, this is Riccardo Masini, and this time the greatest day in history and games is March 7th, 1862. The day one of the most important battles of the American Civil War fought not in the East, but in the West, the day of the Battle of Pea Ridge. By the end of 1861 and the early months of 1862, Federal forces had finally pushed the Confederate Army led by General Price out of Missouri and back into Arkansas. At the end of February, everything seemed set for a great Union breakthrough into one of the most important Confederate states in the entire Western theater. Union General Samuel R. Curtis decided to seize this opportunity and so initiated the full-scale invasion of Arkansas, advancing on its northwestern portion. This move was correctly interpreted by the Confederate commander Major General Earl Van Dorn, who prepared an immediate counterattack. By dispensing with all the heavy provisions, giving limited supply in ammo and rations to his men, Van Dorn moved swiftly to the rear of Curtis' forces, threatening the lines of supply and hoping to catch them off guard, trapped in Upper Arkansas. The first engagement happened on March 4th, near the town of Bentonville, but Union troops under General Sigel, a German native officer, managed to repel the assaults by the Confederate forces, giving time and ample warning to Curtis, who decided to occupy a strong position in the woods and the hills near Pea Ridge, just north of Little Sugar Creek. Now, faced with this determined Union line, Van Dorn devised an interesting plan. Instead of attacking it head-on in frontal assaults, he decided to outflank them on two spots. On the left, near the village of Leetown, on the right, out of the woods close to Elkhorn Tavern. Curtis once again guessed his enemy's intentions, but had to split his forces into two weaker positions, leaving a reserve in the center. On March 7th, the Confederate plan sprang to action. At Leetown, McCullough's division, comprised of a cavalry brigade under General McIntosh, an infantry brigade under Colonel Louis Hébert, and a mixed native contingent under famous General Albert Pike, found the Union force under General Osterhaus ready to wait them, and actually counterattacking to gain time for additional Union troops to arrive. In the confused action that followed, McCullough was killed, and Pike's Indians, after having shown their valor and ferocity in the first assault, were dispersed by massed Union artillery fire. Hébert's second and more coordinated attack was initially successful, until the timely arrival of other Union reserves originally intended for the other crisis point, Elkhorn Tavern. Here, the Southerners were initially cautious. Confederate General Price was probably waiting for McCullough to coordinate a general assault, believing that no Union forces would contest his subordinate advance at Leetown. Hour by hour, however, Confederate assaults became more and more successful against General Carr's valiant but outnumbered defense, and when he understood that McCullough was not coming, Price began pushing much harder. Carr nonetheless resisted, even after being wounded 3 times. With the arrival of the last Union reserves, even this sector remained firmly into Union hands. Night fell, and with it also temperatures. Van Dorn's men paid the price for having advanced with few supplies, leaving heavy blankets behind. When the Confederate general ordered a new assault on the next day, his exhausted troops and few operating cannons could not withstand the fierce Union counter-battery fire. By noon, when Van Dorn learned that the supply train lagging behind was not coming on his position as ordered, but was coming in the wrong location, he understood that the battle was over and ordered a general withdrawal. Even if he later found himself unable to carry on a general invasion of Arkansas due to supply problems and rebel guerrilla actions, Curtis had saved Missouri and won over Van Dorn, who, while tenacious, showed to be unable to coordinate an elaborate maneuver and, most of all, underestimated the importance of good supply lines in such a difficult environment. Pea Ridge is an unusual battle for Civil War standards. Even if quite small in the number of troops involved, it is the end of a complex campaign fought over an extended piece of land in very difficult terrain. Lots of attacks and counterattacks, turning points, epic actions on both sides. But strangely, there are not many games about what was later known as the Gettysburg of the West. One of them is the quite recent Battle Hymn Volume 1, the first title of the new series by renowned game designer Eric Lee Smith. Author of what is considered the first true cheat pool wargame, the classic Across 5 Aprils, Smith uses to utmost efficacy this mechanic to recreate the chaos and confusion of such a dynamic battle. The units maneuver when activated by the respective cheats, but fire happens only when the initiative player decides, adding further unpredictability to the engagement. Also, losses are divided between physical casualties and cohesion hits, while defensive fire can disrupt even the simplest disengagement maneuver. Designing a simple and effective plan will be the key, But in the midst of all this chaos, lost orders and sudden opportunities, executing that plan, well, that will be all another story. The title also includes a very comprehensive treatment of the Battle of Gettysburg, and with many scenarios, great looking maps, optional rules, possible variations, and high accessibility, guarantees a very high playing value to the entire package. We all know that Smith is working on a second volume in the series, dedicated to the battles of Shiloh and Bentonville, and personally, I can't wait to have it. So, that's it for this time. See you on the next battlefields. Ciao!
Generals, Children, Medieval Tactics. This is a short. Also, First Muslim Civil War, Early Muslim Expansion, the First Fitna Civil War. Also, the Fall of Java, Pacific War number 15, an animated documentary, and Octavian and Anthony, The Monsters, Post-Caesar Civil War. This week, Cody of the Discriminating Gamer has 2 videos out. One, Legendary Messiah Complex, and Fred Serval's game is getting a lot of press. I hear it's a great game. I don't have it yet. I know. I told Fred I wanted it. I was going to send him the rulebook. I wanted him to sign it. But times were hard. Times are better. And Cody is doing Red Flag Over Paris, 1871, The Rise and Fall of ... a game by Freddy Serval. A new channel, thank you to one of my patrons. 6 videos out on Zila Blitz by Stealth and See, a game by David Thompson. Also, Downfall of Empires, continuing by Stealth and See, episode number 1. Also, he plays Buying Our 4th Truck. Holy moly. Oh, this is Truck Simulator. I thought he was buying his 4th truck, man. And an advanced Square Leader video. Square Leader? Advanced Squad Leader, I should say, Starter Kit number 1, Scenario 1, and back to Scandinavia with his Euro Truck Simulator. All this on Zilla Blitz. Welcome, Zilla. 6 videos out on World War II Solitaire board game channel. He's unboxing 5 games. One being an expansion of World War II Warfighter, expansion number 9, Russia, expansion number 10, Russia 2, expansion number 32, Finland, the first one, number 33 of Warfighter World War II expansion, Finland number 2, and Talvisota, 1939-1940, La Guerre Russo-Finlandaise, an unboxing of a V Victus magazine, and he gives us a channel update of March 2022. Indian Idol and friends of the World War II channels, 3 videos. The Blitzkrieg is back, World War II, February 26, 1943. Also, Duct Tape, World War II Secret Weapons, a World War II special. And No Nazi Atomic Bomb, Operation Gunnerside. On Wayne Hansen channel, an unboxing of a 2-player, as well as a solitaire war game, Caesar Seize Rome, in 20 minutes a game by Paolo Mori. One of the new channels, one of my subscribers, I should say one of my patrons, sent to me Wargame Ramble, Gettysburg Wargame Maps Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. All this on Wargame Ramble. Welcome, Wargame. Wardy Robe plays World War II, 3 videos. Wiley Games, World War II Bigger Battles using FOW basing. Someone's got to tell me what FOW means. And Stalingrad 42 Mid-Turn number 4, a very successful German turn, he says, and a lasting video called End of Turn 4, Stalingrad 42, a game by Mark Simonich, published by GMT. On Tony's Board Life this week, Heroes of the Falklands, Scenario 1, Turn 5. Also, Construction Update number 3, something's happening in his house. Columns I see, going back to Heroes of the Falklands, Scenario 1, the finale, and NAW's Compendium Scenario, Stone, Part 1, and Advanced Recon, America Bomber. Bare Bones Wargaming, midway solitaire analysis of the differences. All this on Tim Korchnoi, Tim Korchnoy's channel, Bare Bones Wargaming. GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer, 3 videos on the same title, Assault Red Horizon 41, an overview, a setup, and part 1. Two measly videos on the Player's Aid this week. A review of Airborne Commander from, I think it's STRATEGEMATA or STRATEGEMATA. I don't know, but also a solo preview of Tarawa, 1943, from Worthington Publishing. All this on the Player's Aid. The Oaken Night, I'm glad he's back again. Fire in the Sky comparison. An MMP comparison against a Phalanx comparison. On the Gaming Gang unboxing a first look of tiny epic dinosaurs. Also, Freddy Serval game, Red Flag Over Paris, reviewed on the Gaming Gang. On that great channel of Terry Talks Movies, a little sidetracking of Fright Night's Secret Sauce, 1985. STUKAJOE is back after a 1 week and a half hiatus with Downfall of the Third Reich, a preview. This is a game designed by Victor Catala and to be published by Boardgames through a Kickstarter campaign that begins on February 28th. On Simple History, U.S. Army CBRN Last Defense Against Weapons of Mass Destruction. This week on Seek Out and Play, a short video that covers the rules governing the armor and armaments as found in Undaunted Reinforcements. The cuddly musician, Rough Swordsman Wargamer, 3 videos this week. Rough and Blue livestream, GMT's Red Storm, Part 8, also Panzer. A Jim Day game, what am I saying, Mike? From GMT Games, a playthrough, this is Part 2 of Panzer. Also, Rough and Blue livestream, GMT's Night Fighter, a game by Lee Brimicum Wood. For our Italian viewers, the Professor Riccardo Massini, but this time in English, checking out on his mini warlog, musket, and saber quick play. Also, a mini warlog quick play in English. I guess the first one must have been Italian. I'm getting ahead of myself. Riccardo Massini! 2 videos out on Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials, Command and Colors Ancients, 402, CARROLL, I hope I said that right. And Here Come the Rebels, scenario number 4, 3 cigars of the great battles of the American Civil War. I should say On My Own Worst Enemy, I know I started bad. Gameplay Midway Solitaire Deluxe Edition, Part 3, My Own Worst Enemy. Mo of Mo's Game Table is stepping away from Compass and going to GMT Games, previewing Flying Colors Deluxe Edition, a game by Mike Naco. For all our Italian listeners, Mauro Faina with Il Giannizzero Nero. It's a few times I do that. Anyways, Il Giannizzero Nero, which means the Black Janissary, is live a couple of times. And also, episode 50, he talks about war contemporary. I can't read it very well, but I should say, I can't even. Anyways, Mauro Faina, episode 50, what can I tell you? And the contemporary war, that's what it is. He also has another Giannizzero video. This guy is an amazing teacher. He's on all the time. Mauro Faina. And the artist that is Matt White is back with us with Matt White Wargames. At first he looks at samurai battles, command and colors and unboxing, and takes us to a skirmish of an after-action report of the samurai battles, I should say, and Fading Glory, a GMT game, also La Bataille de Hanau, an unboxing. All this on Matt White Wargames. This week on Mark Felton Production, 3 videos, Ukrainian SS Mutiny, France 1944. Also, Nazi warships survived 2 nuclear bombs. Well, I gotta check that out. Also, Volkssturm, Hitler's Last Ditch, Civilian Army. Marco Omni Gamer looks at Worthington Publishing's Waterloo Solitaire, a review. On Little Wars TV, follow McClellan's campaign in real time. On to Richmond. Legendary Tactics, 6 videos. Looks at cards, the card game, US and British control decks. Also, how to beat the warehouse, Gloomhaven Digital, and Board Gaming with Kids in 2022. And football strategy review. ID Jester's not the only one. I guess Legendary Tactics also is. Going back to cards, World Champion Strategy, an interview with J King 2021. And Legendary Tactics, 2nd anniversary. He says, thank you very much. My consigliere, KilRoyWasHere. This week, Hill of Doves, the first Anglo-Boer War by Legion Wargames. Also, he continues on the strategic map of the Legion Wargames Hill of Doves and taking a look at the solo lock and load tactical system on unboxing. And for all our Spanish viewers, Juan Luis of Julius Fairfax talks about, and I'm gonna butcher this, I swear to God, juegos que renderían o casi a sus editoriales. Yeah, I messed it up. I don't know what he's saying, but I know a Spanish guy's gonna know what he's saying. But Julius, he's such a cool guy. What can I say?
Hello everyone, this is Michel Leviathan Sorbet from the Polish YouTube channel Wojennik TV. Here is, as always, my quick roundup of the content published on Wojennik TV during the last week. On Sunday, I released a video which was dedicated to the biggest annual board gaming poll, which is held in Poland, Planszowe Grand Prix. This is a poll in which all players from around the world can choose the best board game published in Poland during the past year, the best Polish board game, the best board game for 2 players, the best solo board game, the best vlog, the best podcast, etc. We do have a lot of different topics, a lot of different categories, so it is possible to vote, and the results will be given somewhere in the end of March. On Tuesday, the video in English, and this was the English review of Dice Miner. I have already spoken about Dice Miner a few times, but then I have explained that I have published Polish versions of the videos. Now it's time to release the English version of the video concerning this game. This is a dice game in which we will be drafting dice, in which we will be constructing our own dice pool and trying to score a maximum number of points. On Wednesday, the Polish unboxing, and this was the unboxing of a very fresh wargame, Off-Road to Moscow. This was released by Phalanx. It is in some way a continuation of Road to the Rhine, of Race to the Rhine, Race to Moscow, of course, Race to the Rhine, but it is a completely different game. Designed by Władek Gumienny, published thanks to a successful Kickstarter campaign. In the game, we will be racing towards Moscow. The players will take control of German armies of Army Group North, Center and South, trying to seize their objectives in the fastest possible way. Finally, on Friday, the Polish review, and this time it was the review of the solo mode of Oath, Chronicles of Empire and Exile by LAIR Games. I have already presented the review of the standard game. Now it was time to present the review of the solo mode, because this game has also a dedicated solo mode. And those were the 4 videos which I released during the last 7 days on Wojennik TV. Thank you a lot for watching this very brief roundup. I wish you an excellent weekend and have a great gaming.
JK Wargames, B-17, the Flight for Air Supremacy, Rollin' Right. Hey, I don't know who the author is, but I want to get this game. The Minister of War Games, Joel Toppin, looks at a designer signature edition of a Compass game called The Third World War, 1989, the war stands on the brink of Armageddon, the Arctic Front, battle for Germany, Southern Front, and the Persian Gulf. 3 videos out for Jim Ozarski this week: Striking St. Nicholas 4, Chain of Command, and also the 1809 campaign for Snappy Nappy, and the Landgrafenberg for La Salle 2. All this on Jim Ozarski. Look at ID Jester go! Man, like 12 videos this week. Target for today, heavy metal hitters. Also, the War Room with Rough Swordsman, Wargamer, and Tony's Board Life, and it takes a look at B29, Super Fortress, and Hell Over Korea by Legion Wargames, and he's having a live hangout chat of unboxing and counter clipping, and he's also doing some craft time, making some new counters. Back on target for today, showing us how to set up D-Day dice. Love that game. Played it with my wife for 1 year. I loved it. Great memories. A quick unboxing and package from Tony. Also, Elder Ring, start a new play if you're a newbie, and Gandhi by GMT Games, the main campaign solo. This week on Homo Ludens, Bruno Catalia and Cole Worley. Also, teach and play with designer Bruno Catalia. I should say Victor Catala, not Bruno Catalia. Victor Catala. I stand corrected. The Tattooed Man, AJ Toynbee or Jason Cruz, gives us a what now? I guess this is a channel update. I wish he would be more specific, and not being specific with the St. Louis Blues jersey. 5 videos this week on Hex to Hex, the Battle of Pleasant Hill, Episode 3. Also, Gadarian's Blitzkrieg Turn 5, a flash update. And he has 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Hex to Hex. Also, Shooting a Breeze at 1,000. He's got a few people on talking about 1,000 subscribers. You know, that's a nice milestone, I should say. I had a great time when I had my first 1,000 subscribers. My daughter made me a poster. It's a party, man. Having 1,000 people watching you, it's just great. Also, Gadarian Blitzkrieg episode number 5. All this on Hex to Hex. As I said, one of the best war museums in the world. Where? At Dragonman's. What? Now he's displaying his World War I and World War II Russian display. This guy ain't fooling around. Dave's Gaming Cave. I think he's finishing off Ardennes, or I should say Enemy Action Ardennes, a game by John Butterfield. Parts 1, 2, and the finale. Also starts up soldiers in postmen's uniforms in Open the Box. This week on Combat Board Games, once again we are looking at another game by Mike Lambo, Ghosts of the Jungle, a solitaire war game. And Jim of Castle Archin does Which Edition Should You Get of Steve Jackson's Car Wars. The man famously known as Calandale, 2 videos this week, Leipzig 1 and Leipzig 2. You heard it. Riveting. Bonding with board games and RPGs, Evil Twilight 2000, Season 1, Episode 8, Signs. Also, Handtag, the top 5 most anticipated games of 2022. And back with Evil Twilight 2000, Season 1, Episode 9, as Zealot looms. Big Board Gaming, Kevin talks about war games that represent current UA versus RU conflicts. Someone, please enlighten me. The ASL guys from, I'm assuming, Britain, Illuminating Rounds number 63, Toby. Pilling interview. That's what I said. Pilling. Or, look at that. It's Toby Pilling. It's a Toby Pilling interview, not pilling as if something is happening in ASL, and it's the pilling. Go pilling. It's about Toby Pilling, right? He's one of the best players in the UK, at least, on ASL, and his thoughts on the hobby and details about his article and manuals of ASL defense published by Le Franc-Tireur. Artie of ARDWULF'S Lair is unboxing ASL Prokhorovka Advancing Fire 2021. Also another video called Winterfest 2022 After Action Report, an OCS Ostfront. And Counterclipping, Winterfest After Action Report, OCS playtests, and more! All this on Artie, plus more! Unboxing the One Ring 2022, a Kickstarter edition. And everything you wanted to know about war games and were afraid to ask with Dan Pancaldi. And we were talking about Gettysburg, and I was silent because I was learning stuff like crazy. This guy is like, he's a fountain of knowledge. That's Artie. And also unboxing Command and Colors Napoleonics, Generals, Marshals, and Tacticians. A game published by GMT. The Battle of Midway 1942. An unboxing. An incredible victory. All this on 6 Actual. This week on 3-Minute Board Games, 2 videos, Unsettled in about 3 minutes. Yep, that's the name of the video. And also Risk Warhammer 40,000 in about, you guessed it, 3 minutes.
A game for gamers, made by gamers, by Flying Pig Games.
Another week, another show. Man, this one is a little hard to have done because of my work schedule. It's so weird, and I gotta try things out. Anyways, I'm at the midnight hour basically, and I'm putting it together, and I'm uploading it and fixing it. Excuse me, I'm not uploading it. I'm editing it, and if anything goes wrong, I gotta redo it. So if this is a little bit late, it's my fault. But don't hammer on me too hard. I'm trying to do my best, man. Look, Osprey Games sent me Undaunted North Africa. It's still in shrink. Price is there. They sent it to me, and they had sent me reinforcements, which I don't have, but I already have Undaunted North Africa, a game by David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin. And look, it's a fun game. You know what I mean? It's not a grognardy game, but games are not just made for grognards. You know what I'm saying? Games are made for all types of people, and who knows? Is it the pinnacle to be a grognard? I don't know. Is it fun to play with your son or your daughter a game like this, and maybe they get into heavier simulations and you play with them, and you know what I'm saying? It's a game, man. So whatever enjoyment you get out of a game, who cares? Who cares? Who cares what people think, right? Grognard, this and that. But anyways, a grognard's a grognard, right? So look, I'm giving it away to my patrons. Sorry, subscribers, you have to be a patron. So you know what? Someone who really wants this, let me know. And if I get multiple people who do want it, I'll just put the names in a hat or something and pick it out and at random, and I'll mail it out to you wherever you are in the world. So that's it. Undaunted North Africa in shrink. Thank you to Osprey Games for sending me this. So basically, Osprey Games is giving us this. Thank you for watching. As you can tell by my eyeballs, I'm a little bit tired. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please, lots of pleases. Please support this show. It really helps a lot. I can mail out stuff like this, you know, because if someone from China wants this game and I have to mail it out, it's gonna cost me. But it's okay. Look, be nice. Don't be a rat. Don't be a miserable wretch. Just be happy. You know what I'm saying? Any decision you make, you made. So stop bitching at people because of the decision you made. You made it. For God's sake, man. You know? Buck up! Bloody hell. Have a good weekend. Live life to its fullest. I just heard that Uncle John, as a Welshman I met a long time ago, passed. He was 80, but he lived life to the fullest. He was a stubborn guy. So, you know what? Good for you, Uncle John. You know, take no prisoners. What can I tell you? 80 years old, the way he lived, bloody hell, man. You should have been dead at 20. But anyways, and that's it. So, live life. Live it well. The decisions you make are yours. And have a great weekend.